The holiday season is upon us, so it's really time to get ahead of your competition. For so many of us, seasonal marketing is really in full swing by around September. And not only is it key to know the important dates to consumers, it's equally important to put some effort into your SEO. Optimizing the whole experience of your customer's journey will turn first-time buyers into faithful followers and word-of-mouth advertisers. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jennie Lyon, and today I wanted to share some of my best SEO tips that will lead you into Q4 to make sure that you're ready for a successful holiday season. Let's jump into it. So having your SEO optimized really is very advantageous. So you can make sure that you're favored by Google and have continued traffic. The techniques for holiday success are not very different from what is effective for you throughout the year. So let's really explore those best tips to move into Q4. So let's start out by addressing what is SEO. So SEO is search engine optimization, and it's a really important part of any online marketing strategy. Optimizing a website's content, structure, and on-page elements will really help to increase your website traffic and your ROI. The overall goal is to show up on that first page of Google. And to meet this goal, there are several factors and very specific processes. The order of the results is determined by a number of ranking factors and signals referred to as SEO. So as you already know, search engines like Google use automated software called crawlers or bots to visit websites and gather information about them. This information is used to create an index, which is kind of like a giant library of all of the websites and web pages that have been crawled. And when someone searches, the search engine looks through its index and displays the results that it feels are the most relevant to that search term. So you might be wondering how the search engine decides which results are the most relevant. And this is done through a process called ranking. The search engine looks at several different factors when ranking results, which include the web page's content, the number of other websites that link to that web page, and the user's search history. So some think that SEO simply involves stuffing your website full of repeated keywords, and this can actually lower your search engine rankings. And Google and other search engines continually refine the algorithms that they use to recommend content. And this really does make SEO a moving target. You really do need someone who is always on top of the latest optimization trends to know which SEO practices work and which don't. And in other words, you need a digital marketing expert in your back pocket. So if you need help with that, please reach out. I'm always happy to help. So why is SEO important? Well, one of the most efficient methods of improving your brand's findability in search results is to utilize SEO services. So SEO improves your website for different search engines and creates a better experience for users who visit your website. So both new businesses and established brands investing in SEO is crucial for generating web traffic and optimizing those search rankings. And SEO not only improves branding, but also builds a better user experience for potential customers who come across your site. And by being one of the top results on a search engine page, your company really establishes trust and reliability with the user. So for example, the first search engine result for a keyword has a click-through rate of about 28.5%. When you get down to the 10th result, that click-through rate falls to about 2.5%. And with such a drastic decrease in ranking, it's really, really important to invest in SEO to improve your rankings. So the key to success when it comes to SEO optimized content is understanding the motivations behind why people are searching for specific keywords and phrases. So this knowledge is really fundamental in developing materials that satisfy your searchers' needs. And additionally, it's really crucial to stay current in Google's ever-changing algorithms, which typically emphasize things like user intent and the quality of the content. So filtering or segmenting your keywords according to user intent is really one of the most crucial SEO tasks that you can undertake. It really offers you two main advantages: that your audience will buy from you and that you can generate profits before your budget dwindles. So to begin, you want to identify those keywords that specifically offer these advantages. And the keyword optimization process involves identifying keywords that potential customers will likely use when searching for products or services that would be related to your business. So optimizing your website for these relevant keywords can improve your chances of ranking high in the search engine results pages for those queries, which can really ultimately lead to increased sales, traffic, and conversions. So you want to collab with high-ranking sites. So SEO is more about link building than really anything else. A problematic ongoing trend in search results is Google favoring aggregators of information instead of actual source information. So this can really become a problem because over 90% of pages get no organic Google traffic. So these aggregators will have lower quality info and a poorer search experience. And users, we really want results. We don't want another site that may or may not have that result. And you can use this to your advantage, especially for holiday SEO, is you can find out which sites rank highly on terms related to things like gift giving or types of gifts or sales by categories, and reach out to them to get involved. This is also a really excellent way to get in front of an audience that may not be familiar with your brand, but is interested in what you have to offer. So if you're not sure how to start the conversation, again, please reach out and schedule a free call, and I can walk you through some actionable next steps. Remember, with this influx of traffic from collaboration to optimize your product pages. So product pages are where the rubber really meets the road during the holiday season. You really do want to ensure that your product pages are optimized for conversion so that users can easily find what they're looking for and complete a purchase without any type of friction. And with about 72% of sales coming from mobile devices, you really, really, really want to ensure that your site, pages, checkout experience, everything is mobile friendly. It's really no longer a need, it's an absolute must. So when it comes to mobile optimization, there really are gaps in the customer experience between the digital and physical worlds, between phases of that customer life cycle, and between consumers and your workers. Everybody is filled by mobile devices. So consider how frequently we hold our phones in our hands, right? 84% of people really claim that they could not survive without their phones for even an hour. So you can really clearly understand why making sure that your business, your website is mobile optimized is so essential to the success of your business. And since most mobile traffic has surpassed desktop traffic in recent years, there really is this widening gap between e-commerce clients using mobile and desktop devices. However, compared to desktop, mobile conversion rates are much lower. So in an effort to convert mobile customers, several merchants have used a variety of mobile optimization tactics. However, research does indicate that these tactics may not be yielding those expected outcomes quite yet. People will not shop on your site if they cannot easily navigate it. A bad user experience can really have a negative impact on how your site ranks on Google. And the leading SEO goal is to load your page quickly and be easily usable for mobile consumers. So your website really should be mobile optimized, and you must add responsive functionality to every single page. And this does take a little bit of time, depending on the present status of your site, but it's super, super crucial to make sure that you get started fixing that right away. So then we move more into the holiday SEO social strategy. So whether on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or throughout the entire holiday shopping season, there are millions of customers who are rushing to get their hands on gifts for friends and loved ones. And that's really why retailers have to be prepared in advance. You really want to determine where your holiday traffic will originate from in the new year. So to do that, I suggest reviewing last year's search terms in a report that you can easily pull from Google Search Console. Analyze that data and compare it to the data from other channels. In particular, you want to look for your top referral sources. So affiliates, social media, websites, email campaigns, and determine which channels drove you the most conversions. And then you want to prioritize those for this year's strategy. And doing so will really allow you to develop a more holistic and effective marketing strategy. So this holiday SEO exercise is really, really simple. You want to employ keywords in social media content publishing. So social media has millions and millions globally, if not billions of users. And search venues are accessible to impact audiences. And that ranges from Facebook to Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. You want to distribute SEO material on these networks regularly. You really want to improve your overall ranking, establish those links, and have your content indexed and crawled early and often. And this is often where influencers will come into play. So if you can work with hot influencers on themes related to your SEO keywords, then that can also help increase market saturation. Last but not least is page speed. So have you ever tested your website speed? Have you? If not, then you might be dropping the ball on your rankings and you may not even know it. Why? Because your website's page speed really affects how well it performs in search engine results. And one of the main culprits for slowing down your site is images. Images are a vital, vital, vital component of your website, but they do significantly impact the user experience. So in other words, a page that loads quickly creates a better experience, which can translate into more page views, more conversions, and reduced bounce rates, which can also positively impact your SEO. So because it's a sign of a positive user experience, search engines consider a page's velocity when calculating its rank. So in other words, a website that loads quickly improves user experience, which may lead to an increase of page views and conversions, and that decrease in bounce rates. And all of these things are good for your SEO. So if you're just getting started with your SEO, you might be thinking, wow, that sounds like a lot. And it is. I do have a free small business SEO checklist that can get you started. You can grab that at jennylyon.com/SEO. I also have some really nifty tools that I'm happy to offer you where you can check and see how the SEO on your website is doing. And you can check that out at jennylyon.com/SEO ranking. And my weekly challenge for you. First up, take a few minutes, sit down, And check out trending influencers and high-ranking collaboration opportunities. People that you can partner with to boost your rankings moving into the fourth quarter. Next up is to test that website speed. So jump over, check out jennylyon.com/SEO ranking and pop in your website address. Give it a try, download the report, then schedule a free 15-minute call with me. Let's set you up. Let's do an SEO site audit, and let's get your website's SEO in top shape in time for the holidays. All right, so what did we learn today? First up, search engine optimization, SEO. It's an important part of any online marketing strategy. SEO is important because the more relevant a website is for its keywords, the more traffic it will generate. Collaborating with high-ranking brands and influencers can give your brand a boost. So check it out. It's great for awareness, but it can also give you the traffic boost that you're looking for, especially around the holidays. Mobile conversions and purchases account for about 73% of users. Your page speed can be a deal breaker. This is a huge one. So make sure that your pages are loading quickly. You want to test and optimize your site speed. You want to make sure that it is very, very fast, as that is one of the most important pieces of the SEO puzzle. And again, please, please, please hop over to jennylyon.com/SEO ranking and implement your SEO keywords into your social strategy. It's something that people often overlook, but it does make a really big difference. All social content is also ranked in Google. So make sure that you're definitely crossing your T's and dotting your I's here. And not all of these SEO actions are simple, but to be successful moving into fourth quarter, we do recommend that they all be done at once. The most crucial thing is creating brand recognition through a highly responsive mobile site, structured data, monetizable keywords, and collaboration. But whatever you decide, now is really the time to get started. By beginning your efforts now, you ensure that you will be able to complete all of these necessary upgrades to meet your SEO goals in time for the holidays. And one of our expertise is revamping websites, and we do SEO all of the time. So again, if you have any questions at all about your SEO or optimizing the overall customer journey of your website, please do schedule a free call. I'm always happy to jump on with you at jennylyon.com/chat. But either way, I hope that you found these best SEO tips for Q4 helpful. And if you utilize any of them, I would love to hear about it. So pop in and let me know how things are going for you and your business. All right, I'll see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. See you soon.